Hi, I have another haul that I wanted to share with you. I had a 20% off your entire purchase for Dick Blick, and so we decided to, well, I decided to take a ride over there, and our one grandson doesn't live that far from Blick's. So we called him up this morning, and I said, Grandma's going to be out your way. How about if we pick you up, and you can go out with us for a little bit, and we'll take you out for lunch. Well, sure, he's not going to, what 15-year-old's not going to say, oh, sure, okay. So I stopped at Blick's, and I got a couple of things, and I wanted to share that with you. In some of my previous videos, you know that I'm trying to learn to watercolor. I bought some of those new Japanese Tambi, whatever you call them, watercolors. I won't get those until sometime in April, but I figured I'm still going to learn. I'm still going to practice with the watercolors that I have. And what a better place than to go to Dick's and ask the salespeople there their opinions on some of the brushes, because I needed some brushes. I have a few that I pulled out of my container that I had, some brushes, and I think that these are all like natural brushes, but they're all like different, real long. And so what I did, I was going to buy a cheaper set, which really doesn't make sense. And just like anything else, sometimes to buy a set of something isn't feasible. You're better off buying individual, because in a set you might not need everything in that set. So what she recommended, and this is what I got, and these weren't too bad as far as the price. They range between $3.25 to $5 or something. So I got my first 4 really good watercolored brushes. So I picked those up, and I picked up some Gamsol, and I wanted to try this. I figured, why not try it? Why not get it there? And it's the Fine Line Masking Fluid pen, and it's got the super nib fine tip, and I think you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but and I'll put that together. I can't see it right now, but that's what protects it. So I got that. So there's that. And I bought the natural rubber pickup. This was only like $1.99. So this is what's better to use on the masking film, to go ahead and rub it with this versus your finger, with your oils and stuff on your fingers. That could ruin it, or with me, with my luck, I would rub too hard and take off part of the paper too. So I picked this up for $1.99. And I picked up this little tray. I think these were like $1.99. And a little trick that I didn't know by watching all the different watercolor videos and stuff. Dirty water to dip your brush in, and then clean water to put your brush in, and then put it into your watercolor palettes or whatever. So clean your brush with this dirty water, whatever, and then dip it in the clean water. So there you go. So I figured, instead of having 2 separate cups, I figured I'll just pick up this. Then there was a flea market early this morning before we picked up our grandson, so I wanted to share a couple things with you on that. This I got for $3, and I thought it was just so pretty and very sparkly. I think it's coming in okay. I think it's coming in. I got this for $3, and I thought it was just so nice because really I can take that apart and just have one. Look at how pretty that is, just for one, with the pink flower and one of the pink leaves. How pretty would that be on a card? So I got that, and then this lady had a bunch of buttons, and let me show you. Here it is. I don't know if hopefully it's going to show up white on white. I don't know. These were 50 cents a bag. Let's see if we can see that. And these, the glass ones are so pretty. And then these real tiny little glass ones. Wow, how pretty these are too. Like I say, 50 cents. Wow, how pretty those are. Little sparkly little blings inside there. There was 2 of those. And then one of these. And then the red ones. Here's the red ones. I got some cute little white ones. I thought these little white ones were cute. So I picked those up. And I should have done this before I started the video. That one. These, and look at how pretty these are. Just the clear ones in all different styles. So between, let's see, that necklace and the buttons, look at how pretty. So it was like 1, 2, I think it was 3. I think it was only 3, 4, 5. I think it was like $6. I think it cost me 2, 3. Yeah, I think it was like $6 for this whole thing. $6 or $7. I don't know, but look at how pretty these buttons are. I think it's coming in pretty good. So those are my buttons. And then before we came home, well, when we came home, I got mail, and I had ordered from Hallmark Scrapbook, and it was my favorite things, gifting, fun, and then Kaiser Craft mini clear stamp. And this was, I thought this was so cute. This was $2.29, and I just thought this is such a cute bird. And I got this. And this is my favorite things. And it says, everyone loves a card with money inside. You deserve so much more than just a card. Just what you've always wanted. And then there's a to and a from. An excuse to spoil yourself. You're a hard person to shop for. Santa was here. Here's a $, which is kind of nice to have. P.S. It's not socks. That's cute. You'll love it. If not, please pretend. And no peeking. So that was kind of cute. So I got those 2. And then what happened was when I got home, I was getting undressed, and I started a load of clothes to start washing some clothes, and Ray was downstairs, and he's getting ready. He's feeding Maggie in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I hear Ray yelling and screaming, and he's swearing. I'm going, oh my goodness, I'm running downstairs. I got so scared. I thought it was something happened to Maggie. Something happened to the washer, and there was at least 2 inches of water in our laundry room, our hallway, and the powder room. And the hose didn't break in the back, and so we don't really know what, we still don't know. He's going to have to find out what's wrong with the washer, but it wasn't the hose. The hose didn't come off the back where the water comes in from the wall to the washer. That isn't where it was. So we hurried up and turned it off, and there was water still coming, so I don't know if it was in the motor or if it was in the drum, who knows what. Well, then the water started, I had the clothes on the floor, So long story short, you know, we're going to have to figure out what's going to happen with the washer. But in return, we had to go to the laundromat. And I'm not crazy about going to the laundromat, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And a couple of stores down from the laundromat, there's a Dollar General. So naturally, I had to stop at the Dollar General. So let me move that out of the way. See, that's why I'm laughing, because I still had to stop at the dollar store. But anyway, I thought these were really cute. These were $1. And these are the puffy ones, you know. So look at how nice the color, and it's three-dimensional. These are, whoops, sorry for the glare. So I got those. Look at these cute little smiley faces. Look at this one showing the teeth and the tongue sticking out. Well, naturally, you know me. And then there's the two of them, so I got that one. And I thought these might be cute to put into, you know, wishful thinking for my faux Nietzsche. Maybe, you know, add some of my clouds, you know, the sunny day, you know, I'm waiting for the sun to come out and stuff, and then it's a cloudy day again. So I picked those up. So I got those for $1 each. So that was my haul for today, and my excitement. At least we got to spend time with my grandson. I got some really cool things at Dick Blick's. I can't wait to start doing some of my watercoloring with my new watercolor pen brushes. Let's see what happens. I don't know. It's not the brushes. It's the artist. So anyway, I'm just having a lot of fun. So anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick look at my haul that I did today. So thanks for watching. Bye.